Will you marry me, Jake? You're not saying anything.
You know, for the first time in my life, I really don't know what to say.
I know, it's because you're probably thinking this is some kind of crazy spur-of-the-moment idea of Vic,
crossed my mind.
It's not crazy. And it's not spur-of-the-moment at all. You've always been a part of my life. The very best part of my life. And it's just taken me some time to realize, not too long, I hope, but it's taken me some time to realize that I never want it to end. Love you. I always want to be with you. If that's what you want.
That's what I want. I mean, everybody in town knows that's what I want. I've never made a secret of that.
Are you saying yes, you'll marry me?
No point in keeping these forgeries around. I think Get out, Shane, I'm coming. Just a minute. I'm coming. Hi. Oh, you're back from Chicago. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was in the bedroom.
Yeah, I guess you didn't hear me.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by.
Well, you might not be once you hear what I have to say. Lila, I know what you're up to, and it has got to stop.
Answer the question, Officer Burrell. Do you know for a fact who raped you? Or are you trying to pin this crime on a man you never liked?
Objection! Counselor is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Do you people think I am joking? The next person I hear make a noise will be removed from this courtroom.
My poor baby.
Mr. Winthrop?
Your Honor, I restate my objection to the tone of counsel's questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Winthrop, your comments are more suited for summation. Move on quickly.
Your Honor, Officer Burrell has been through a horrible ordeal. I realize this is painful for her, but we all want to see justice served. And the only way we're going to do that is by confronting the central issue about the night in question.
No lectures, please, Counselor. Just ask questions.
Yes, Your Honor. You claim that you never saw the face of your attacker. Is that right, Officer Burrell?
That is right.
You weren't even conscious when it happened. Is that correct?
But I saw Nick Hudson when I came to.
Isn't it true that you could have made a mistake? You're under oath, Officer Burrell. You must tell the truth. Isn't it a possibility, a conceivable possibility, that you have accused the wrong man?
No, Tony, say no.
Officer Burrell. You didn't see your attacker, but you did smell alcohol on his breath.
Yes.
So what kind was it? Beer? Whiskey? Gin?
I don't know.
Was it wine or scotch?
I just told you, I'm not sure.
This booze test thing your idea? What? This is the same damn thing you and Tony rehearsed. Did you tip him off?
In fact, you're not sure of anything descriptive about your attacker, are you, Officer Burrell?
I'm sure I was raped, and I'm sure Nick Hudson raped me.
How can you possibly be sure of that? You claim that your attacker grabbed you from behind with his right arm around your neck and that you felt his watch, but you can't even describe the watch he was wearing, correct?
That's correct.
You admit you were unconscious during the rape, but you don't know for how long, right? What was that, Officer Burrell?
I said that's right.
All you know for sure is that sometime after the rape, you saw Nick Hudson. Tony, I hate it that you were raped. I want to see the person who did this to you put away for a long time, but let's send the right man. Will you admit it's possible that you made a mistake when you ID'd Nick Hudson as your assailant?
Asked and answered, Your Honor. Enough is enough. I'll decide when we've heard enough. Officer Burrell didn't answer the question earlier. Answer it now.
One last time. Is it at least possible you're wrong about Nick Hudson? Yes or no?
Is it possible? Yes, it's possible.
Thank you.
But I'm not.
No further questions,
I'm not
Your Honor.
wrong. Am I free to go?
Miss Kramer?
Your Honor, I'm joined today by the District Attorney, Chase Hamilton.
I'm well acquainted with Mr. Hamilton.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. To please the court, I wish to redirect. Just a few more questions for Officer Burrell.
I don't know how much more Tony can take of this.
I'm not up to anything.
Lila, I'm talking about the separation now. When I left for Chicago, you said that you would sign the papers. I'm back, and you still haven't signed the papers.
Well, is that what you're upset about? Were you mad first if I asked you how your trip was? I mean, you're always so good in medical school. I bet those tests will breathe.
Yes, Lila, I passed.
Well, congratulations. That means you can set up practice here and make a nice living.
Is that what this is about? Did your lawyer, Grant Harrison, talk you into not signing those papers so he could ask for more alimony?
It was never about money. And you know that. I'll go see if I can find my copy.
I got one right here, just in case. Lila, sign the paper. That way we both can be free.
So,
I can't marry you, Vicky.
what are you talking about? Come on. Now, that's not the way this is supposed to go. I'm supposed to ask you to marry me, and then you're supposed to say...
I can't. I can't.
I thought that's the way you wanted it to be, you know? Jake and Vicky, together, us, forever.
Remember when I told you that? Here we are. We're back after all these years, and you're saying those words back to me. It's like a dream.
It's not a dream. Come on, it's not a dream. I love you. You love me. Marry me.
It's not that easy.
It's that easy.
Marriage. It's a big step.
It's the right step. Jake. It's the right step. I love you. You love me. Marry me. Why not?
Because you're still in love with Shane Roberts.
Know what you...
Come on, Lila, just sign the paper. Then the worst will be over.
This agreement shall be null and void if the plaintiff and respondent cohabitate, engage in conjugal relations, or otherwise hold themselves to be man and wife. What does that mean, Shane?
It's legalese, meaning we can't live or sleep together.
And what would happen if we did?
It would make the separation agreement null and void, but that's not going to happen because we don't live together and we ain't going to sleep together. So just sign the paper, Lila.
It's all so cold. Which is exactly the way you're treating me. It's like I'm the enemy or something. You just want to just get rid of me as fast as you can.
I think this separation is what's best for the both of us, Lila.
We loved each other so much once.
Yeah, we did. A long time ago.
So where did it go? Come on, Shane. Love like that just disappear. Where did it go? Should I do something? What did I do?
No,
to
Lila,
make
you didn't do
stop
anything,
loving
all
me
right? It
like
just
that?
happens. Things... we just grew apart.
We never had to grow apart.
Don't do this.
So where does this leave us, Shane? You tell me that. Where does this leave us? I sign a paper and then I just say goodbye to you forever.
Sometimes saying goodbye is the best thing.
Well, it's the best thing for you now, isn't it?
I love Victoria Hudson. Now, why can't you accept that?
Because I still love you. And I'm not ready to let you go.
Shane Roberts is not a part of my life, Jake.
Come on, Vicky. I was with you in New Orleans. I saw how much you felt for the guy. I mean, are you gonna tell me that you forgot about that?
No, I'm going to tell you that the man I want in my life is sitting here right in front of me. Just the way he always has been. It's just that I've been too blind to see it.
I understand. I can't take second place again.
I would never ask you to do that. If we get married, you're all I want in my life, Jake. Always.
You're in love with another man, no matter how much I want to marry you.
You do want to marry me.
Of course I want to marry you. I want to be with you more than anything in my entire life, but not if it's because you're running from Shane, or you want to stop yourself from hurting, or
No, I
you
wouldn't.
want to stop me from hurting.
I would never do that to you. And I wouldn't do it to Stephen and Kirkland either. I wouldn't make you a part of our lives unless I knew it was right.
Vicky, that would be great. That would be great. You, me, and the kids.
It would be the best.
Best. It's what I wanted all my life. It's my dream.
But you're saying the dream can't come true, I guess.
I didn't mean that I wouldn't marry you. If I say yes, I just want to know that you're choosing me because you want to. Not because you're running from Shane or because you're running from the truth.
Officer Burrell, you realize you're still under oath to tell the truth.
Yeah, I do.
These hostile encounters that you had with Nick Hudson, did you have one after the rape?
Yes, I did. The night that Detective Watts was married.
You saw him that night?
Yes. I was helping out at Carlino's, taking some trash out back. And he appeared. And at first I thought it was a nightmare because I've had dreams like that since the rape. But it was real.
Could you describe his behavior toward you, please?
He acted out of control, like he was drunk. He threatened me. He came towards me and he tried to grab me. And thank God that help arrived.
And as a result, because he had been warned to keep away from you, this court revoked his bail, didn't they?
I know what the court did, Mr. Hamilton. Move on.
Officer Burrell, you recognize this medallion?
Yes. Nick Hudson was wearing it the night that he raped me. I noticed it around his neck at the hospital.
Your Honor, I wish to enter People's Exhibit number 17 into evidence.
So ordered.
Now, Officer Burrell, was that the only time you saw that medallion?
No. He had it in his hand when he grabbed me in the parking lot. And it was laying next to me when I came to after the rape.
Dropped that when I left the hospital. Whoever raped her must have picked it up. That's why
Let's
I
go
was
to the
there looking
911
for it.
call placed by Sophia Carlino on the night of the rape. Now, could you please describe Miss Carlino's state when you and Officer Rayburn arrived?
She was terrified.
Of what?
Of Nick Hudson. She said that he had pushed his way into the apartment and that he was drunk and belligerent. And I noticed that same behavior when I saw him later on at the hospital.
And did she tell you that the reason she called the police to her apartment was that?
Yes, she said it was because he fell off the roof. But prior to that, there had been an altercation and her nightgown was ripped.
Ms. Burrell, let me introduce People's Exhibit number 22. It's a dress. Could you please describe this for the jury?
It's mine. I was wearing it when I was attacked.
Your Honor, request that People's Exhibit number 22 be entered into evidence.
Done. Move on, Mr. Hamilton. We're proceeding nicely.
Now, Ms. Burrell, I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but can you please explain to the jury how that dress got torn and bloodied?
It was torn when I was fighting with Nick Hudson in the parking lot. And I scratched him and his arm began to bleed.
I'm asking at this time that this forensics report, People's Exhibit number 19, be entered into evidence, which clearly states that the blood on the dress matches that of the defendant, Nick Hudson.
So noted.
Officer Burrell is the man who tore and bloodied the dress. The man who raped you.
Yes, he is. Nick Hudson.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The witness may step down.
Prosecution calls Officer Charles Rayburn as its next witness.
You swear to tell the whole truth, so help you God.
Your daddy would have been so proud of you, and he was
Mama.
so proud of the way you handled yourself.
I
in there.
admitted that I could have made a mistake. That was the one thing I wasn't supposed to do.
No, baby.
Yes.
It was honest.
No, Dana warned me over and over not to do that, Mama. You think after all that practicing I could get it in my head?
Telling the truth is always the right thing to do. Didn't your daddy and I teach you that? Yes? And you've got the truth. And justice will follow, baby. I promise. I promise.
It's a good thing. They don't bring in the DA himself unless they're real nervous.
Officer Burrell's been your partner for several months. Is that right? Yes. Now, did she give you a sense of her attitude toward Nick Hudson? Did she say anything negative about him?
She was professional. She's sort of petite, but nobody pushes her around. He was always giving her a hard time. She handled it.
So Officer Burrell didn't have a grudge against Nick Hudson as far as you know.
Well, he mouthed off, and she didn't like it. Who would? But she was more worried about him than anything else. That's why we went by the hospital that night, to see if he wasn't hurt too bad. It was her idea. Hudson was the one with the grudge.
And after you learned at the hospital that Hudson had disappeared without receiving medical attention, you went off duty, right?
Right.
Now, did Officer Burrell say anything more that evening about Nick Hudson?
She was dressed up for a big date. She wasn't thinking about Hudson.
She made no remarks about getting back at him. No statements about getting even for the disrespectful way that he treated her.
That's not her style. Tony's a lady. You'd have to be a real jerk to hurt her. But I guess we got a real jerk sitting here. You think you're a big man, raping a cop?
Your Honor, this witness is way out of order.
Sustained. Officer, just answer the questions.
No, Lila, now come on,
Oh,
Lila.
it's with Mint just the way you like it. Don't fuss.
I know that this separation is hard on you.
I promised that I'd sign it, and
Yes?
what do you think? Maybe you could get that? I don't feel like talking to anybody right now.
Yeah. No, she's busy right now. Can I take a message? Yeah, all right. She has an appointment this afternoon. You mean she's missed 2 appointments already? Yeah. All right. No, not a problem. I'll make sure she gets there myself. Thank you very much. I don't suppose I need to say who that was, do I?
Dr. Woods, was she angry?
No, she's concerned, as I am. Now, Lila, why have you been blowing off going to your therapist?
Well, I've been busy. It's my job,
Come
and I...
on, Lila.
Oh, come on, Shane. And you know why I don't want to go. You know all the things that have happened to me and why I'd have a hard time talking to
Lila,
a stranger about them.
If you talked to someone about it, Lila, it would help you. My God, don't you want these nightmares to go away? Don't you want that?
All right, look, make a deal with you, okay? Now, you just take me to this one appointment, just this one time, and I'll sign the papers afterwards. I promise.
Okay, Lila, I will take you to the appointment.
Good. All right.
Look, I really believe that this separation is the best thing for the both of us, okay?
As long as it makes you happy, Shane.
Jake, what do you want me to do?
I want you to go see Shane. I want you to talk to him and find out how you really feel. And if you, still want to marry me, then you come back here and you tell me.
come back right here? Right here to the playground?
Yeah, right here. I'll come back here tomorrow, and then I'll wait until the sun goes down.
Okay, let me get this straight. I go back to Bay City, I talk to Shane, then I come back here tomorrow by sundown.
If you still want to marry me.
You're serious about this, aren't you?
I want to marry you more than anything in my entire life. But I want it to last. So I will wait for you tomorrow, sundown. And you know, if you don't come back, I'll understand.
I'm coming back. You better be ready.
I'm ready, Vicky. Are you?
Thank you for doing the shade. Yeah, I promise I'll keep my end of the bargain.
All right. I'll wait for you here, and then we'll sign these papers, and I'll take you home.
Okay.
Dr. Roberts, congratulations.
John, I take it you heard that I passed my boards?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I've already forwarded your name and credentials to the selection committee.
So you're serious about having me on staff?
The only thing that will disappoint me is if you say no. How'd you like to meet the rest of the team?
I'd love to, please. Yeah.
Oh, glad that's over, and I hope everyone is staying for supper because my fridge is packed and it's just waiting to be unloaded.
Well, I'm here as long as you have me.
Well, that means you're here for good. How about you, Josie?
I would love to. I've heard about your cooking, but I gotta meet Gary at Carlino's.
Okay.
You know, I wish I could have stuck around today. I thought you were doing great.
Please, I told Cass exactly what he wanted to hear.
No. You said the important thing. You said his client was a rapist.
No, I didn't. I said he's possibly a rapist. Tyrone, did I just make it impossible for us to win this case?
Hey. You know, it's hard sitting there watching you go through this alone.
Well, I don't feel alone. Not when I look back and see your face.
I'm gonna be here every day.
Sophia, I am sorry you're a part of this. I mean, it's my fault they keep bringing your name up. I was such a jerk that night.
Look, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. Okay?
Well, you're off to a good start. More character witnesses would help. The prosecution's not painting a very pretty picture of Nick.
You know, I actually may know somebody who can help us with that.
Cass, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, give us a minute, will you guys?
Thanks.
What is it?
I heard you talking about character witnesses.
Yeah, you know someone who can help Nick?
Yeah, me. I want you to put me on the stand.
I'm sorry, but that would be a big mistake.
Tyrone, I know what Dana said. I know she told me I need to be clear and sure of my answers, and I tried. Okay, but I'm a cop. I tell it like it is. I'm not an actress. I don't know how to do that.
You did the right thing, baby. Tyrone, back me up here.
Well, here's the deal, Etta Mae. Once a victim admits that her ID could be wrong, even the strongest case can get shaky.
So then I did. I did ruin it. I did Nick Hudson a great favor. Is that
Now,
it?
Tony has plenty of time to build a case against Nick.
Josie, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure. He's guilty, and the jury's going to see the truth in that.
Etta Mae, it's not that simple. Now, Nick has never committed a serious crime. He's a young kid who's been through some tough personal times. And his family is very well respected in the city.
Nick is guilty.
Yeah, but the jury's got to see that, and that's going to take some work.
And you sound like you have some doubts of your own. Do you?
I must admit, a few things don't add up.
The hell are you talking about? Show me one piece of evidence that don't lead right to Nick Hudson.
Okay, Chris. Take the second rape victim. Now, she said that the guy who raped her smelled like he'd been drinking alcohol, right?
Yeah, so what? So Nick was drunk again?
Yeah, but he wasn't drunk the night of the second rape. He was hypnotized.
Oh, please. The man drank so much he probably always smells like alcohol. Speaking of which, how big of a coincidence was it, Tyrone, that your partner just happened to ask Tony about the smell of liquor today, huh?
Now, you brought that up before, Chris. Now, what are you getting at?
I'm starting to wonder whether or not you're starting to slide some of these bright ideas of yours over to your boss.
Now, wait a minute. I told you once. I ain't gonna tell you again. I said no. Any lawyer would have asked those questions.
Yeah, because you're all just alike, right? Regardless of what happened in the second rape, you try to keep this in mind. Nick Hudson is on trial because of what he did to Tony.
That's right, and I'm telling you, I see holes.
Oh, man.
Well, for one thing, Tony says that the guy who attacked her grabbed her with his right arm, right?
What the hell's wrong with you? Get off me,
Yeah, but
man.
Nick's a lefty.
You just stop it. Both of you. And I don't want to hear any more about this.
Answer me something. What do you know about Nick's life before he came to Bay City?
In Chicago? Well, I knew he was on his own a lot. There was plenty of wild times.
And a lot of drinking.
And a lot of girlfriends. Why, what are you getting at?
I bet you there were some women in Chicago that he got violent with.
Well, there's only one way to find out. You up for a road trip?
Dana keeps twisting the story about Nick breaking into my place. I mean, if they could just hear my side. Can you just think about it? Can you please think about it?
Okay. But for now, I go ahead as planned. If we need to get drastic, we will.
I've gotten in touch with Nick's old probation officer in Chicago, a guy named Paul Andrews.
Yeah? Do you think he'll agree to being a character witness?
Well, I think it's quite possible, yeah.
I don't think he liked me very much.
Well, so you weren't the best of friends. Who cares? The fact is you showed up for all of your meetings. You never violated probation, and I think the jury needs to hear that.
Why? It's ancient history.
Well, it won't be after the DA brings up your wild past in Chicago, pal. Believe me.
I got an idea. Why don't I go to Chicago? All right, I'll talk to this Andrews, have a chat with him, see what I can dig up, and I'll call you and let you know what I find.
Great. Thanks, Carol. Well, come here.
Nick, you hang in there, okay?
Hey, I gotta go.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. When I'm not here, I'm gonna be thinking of you. Okay?
I'll be thinking of you, too.
Bye.
Bye. Well, see you tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah. Listen, Nick. The prosecution isn't pulling any punches. So if there's anything you haven't told me, now's the time to talk.
I didn't think this was very important, but maybe it is.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, it happened a while ago when I was in Chicago.
John, thank you very much. That's a great group of people.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Listen, the Hutchins are having a little get-together tonight for some of the hospital benefactors. Might be a good opportunity for you to meet some of them. Shall I tell Mrs. Hutchins that you'll be there?
Yeah. All right, good. Thank you very much.
I'll see you later then.
Thanks. Hey.
Oh, honey, I thought you'd gone.
Oh, Lila, I said I'd be here waiting for you.
Right, because you want me to sign the papers.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me just see if I've got a pen. Always prepared, aren't you? Well, it's the beginning of the end.
I gotta leave town.
Where are you going?
Oh, don't ask me that. I can't tell you. You understand, right?
Yeah, I understand. Sure. Especially since I'm going somewhere tonight, too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What? Where are you going? What for?
Can't say.
Right. Okay. You're gonna come back tomorrow, though, right?
Yeah, I am. Are you?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be back. I'll be thinking about you and the triplets the whole time I'm gone.
I don't think so.
What if?
But I'll be thinking of you. We both will. Because I'm sure this baby's smart enough to think already.
Hi, Josie.
Hi, Michael.
Gary, do you have a second? Could you talk to me? Would you mind if I talk to him alone?
No problem.
No problem. Be right back.
What is it? Look, it's just that before you talk to Nick's probation officer in Chicago, there's something that you have to know.
You suppose it rained today? It's looking a little cloudy.
No, I don't think so. I didn't hear anything myself.
Okay, please, you guys, stop this.
What is it, baby? We're just talking.
I know, you're talking and no one's saying anything. I know it's on everybody's mind, so let's just go ahead and spit it out.
Look now. That trial has worn all of us out. We're all out of words.
No, but I want to say something. I want to say, Tony, I was very proud of you today on the witness stand. You held your own and you didn't buckle.
What do you know? We agree about something.
And this is a very tough case. And it's far from being over.
I'm just so glad we have each other. Let's say a little prayer. Come on, let's hold hands. Both of you. Thank you. Lord, you know, sometimes we are faced with hard times, and this is one of those times. But we ask that you bless my daughter, Tony. Give her strength and courage to make it through this. And finally, Lord, we pray for that poor boy's soul.
Shane, you don't have to drive me home. I'll get a cab.
It's all right, Lila. You've had a rough day.
Yeah,
Don't mind.
it's just that my head is pounding so hard.
I should get going.
And then, maybe I will see you tomorrow.
Count on it.
There he is.
What is it?
Jack.
What's the matter?
Oh, no, I feel...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Hello.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm all right.
Hey, listen. Why don't you leave your car here and I'll give you a drive home.
No, sirree, I have to go talk to him.
Right now?
Yep. Now's as good a time as any. Shane.
Yeah. Hey, Vicky. Hi.
I have to tell you something. Something I should have said a long time ago.
Tonight.